I could point out all the things about how bad this life can seem, but we work hard, we making it. Forward motion on everything.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to FourWords Monday. Valet, Delroy, D-Rock, the mans. Hey, look, I just wanted to come before you real quick before I went to work and talk about silence today. Okay, it's living to be known, week 43. We're moving towards 52 real quick here till the end of the year. Glad you're still with me, but this week is week 43, and we're still talking about communication. And today's title or topic, however you want to call it, is when communication lingers. Now, I won't take long on this, or if not when communication lingers, I'm sorry, when silence lingers. Okay, silence. We all understand silence. Not making a sound or trying not to make a sound. Sorry, I was shaking the camera, guys. But sometimes silence can be a good thing, and then sometimes silence can linger and be a bad thing. So how do we decipher the two when it comes to communication? Now, we know that silence is good in certain settings, right? You're in the movies, you're in a restaurant, you're in certain public places, or you're at home, somebody's trying to sleep. They want you to be silent, right? Because it's what's proper, it's what's fitting for the situation or the time. If you need to think in a conversation, it's good to take a moment and be silent. Sometimes if you are kind of getting into a quarrel or getting into an argument or getting into a heated discussion, sometimes it's just better to be silent. But today we're talking about when silence lingers, right? Let's say you have been in an argument, or you have had a disagreement, or somebody has done or said something that's offended you, or you've been thinking about some things and you don't know how to communicate them, and so you're silent, right? Silence as a form of communication, because a lot of times we think, well, I'm just going to shut up, or I'm just going to stop talking, or I'm just going to leave you alone, or you know what, you made me mad, so I'm not going to talk to you. And we give people the silent treatment. And when we do that, initially in the moment, sometimes it's a good idea to just stop talking, to be silent. But then how long should you be silent? At what point does that silence that was meant to be beneficial to the situation, at what point does that become a problem, right? Because a lot of times silence communicates problems. So how long should the silence linger? When it's definitely been longer than necessary, when one person is ready to move on and the other person is not, when one person wants to remain in control or retain control, and so they choose to remain silent, to not communicate with you through their words or with their actions, but instead stillness. And we all understand that to be a problem. And so, just like people say in relationships, you should never go to bed angry at each other, mad at each other. I also believe that you should never go to bed without speaking to each other, or you should never leave each other's presence without speaking to each other. Because when silence lingers, just like in the last couple of weeks we've talked about communication, it leaves room for error, room for people to think, room for people to assume, room for people to kind of take the thoughts and run with them. And when silence lingers, when that communication lingers at a standstill, it doesn't always do us for the best. So those are just some thoughts on silence. I know this is really short, but I gotta go to work, and I was asleep today. And I'll do my best to write a follow-up blog, because there's a lot that could be said about this, whether we're talking about silence communally, silence individually. Silence can be good, but silence can also be bad, and we need to be able to determine, to discern when to use silence correctly. And when I say that, I mean to not use it as a tool of punishment, to not use it as a tool of quarreling, a tool for control, but as a tool to help us better communicate with one another. And this is what we do. We talk about it, we look into it, and we move forward, because this is all about growth and all about taking care of each other. You know what I mean? Well, it's your boy Valet. I gotta go. Hopefully I didn't seem too confusing or take too much time, but you know, work is of the essence. You know, so I hope y'all can take that and it does something for you. You're probably looking at me like, yeah, we already knew that, but why don't you go ahead and let me know in regards to silence, any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything that could help me, because I'm also trying to grow here and I need a large glass of water so I can jump on the road. I love y'all. It's your boy Valet. New music out. Put out some out today called Rest for Your Weary Soul. It's on SoundCloud. It's on YouTube, and it's on my Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, and probably a link at the bottom of this video, because I love y'all. And y'all get some sleep. I'm gonna go make some money. Peace.
And I could point out all the things about how bad this life can seem, but we work hard, we making it, forward motion on everything.